Hello, curious minds. Welcome on this wild ride into the fascinating world of industrial centers, those buzzing hubs powering our modern economies. I'm your guide on this adventure. Imagine a city that never sleeps, but not because of nightlife, but because factories, research labs, and innovation are always in action. That's an industrial center, a giant workshop where raw materials and finished products mix to fuel a region's economy. Now let's dive into the role these centers play. They're like conductors of an economic orchestra. There are two major roles. First, shaping specialization. It's like having a superpower. Some regions zero in on one or two key industries, creating a unique identity. Think of Germany's Ruhr Valley, historically known for metallurgy and coal mining, or the tech-savvy Silicon Valley in the US, leading in IT and electronics. This specialization boosts production efficiency and gives regions a competitive edge. Second, driving economic growth beyond their borders. Industrial centers create a ripple effect. They generate demand for labor, raw materials, and services, sparking growth in transportation, trade, agriculture, and more. It's like setting off a domino effect of prosperity. Next, let's look at their inner workings. First, consider the location. These hubs are strategically placed near transportation networks, raw materials, and labor pools, often nestled in medium to large cities with excellent connectivity. Second, the structure is key. They're made up of interconnected zones, core production facilities, smaller industrial spots, and support services. This design creates a seamless value chain, where everything from car factories to parts suppliers works in perfect harmony. Next, let's talk pros and cons. On the plus side, clustering industries brings economies of scale, boosting regional GDP and fueling innovation through close collaborations between businesses, research institutions, and governments. A concept known as the triple helix. But there are challenges too, such as environmental pressure from rising CO2 emissions and the risk of economic downturns if a dominant industry stumbles. Moving forward, what conditions are necessary for these centers to thrive? Natural factors like a prime geographic location and access to transportation and raw materials are essential. Then come the socio-economic factors: modern infrastructure, skilled labor, and supportive government policies. Think tax incentives and public investment. Plus, advanced technology like automation and IT is a real game changer for efficiency and competitiveness. Let's now zoom out for a global perspective. In developed countries like the US, Germany, and Japan, high-tech innovations, automation, and digital transformation are the name of the game. Investing 3 to 5% of GDP in R&D, and boasting over 70% automation in production lines. Conversely, in developing countries like Vietnam, Malaysia, and Thailand, industrial centers are growing at a staggering 12 to 15% annually, though they often rely on labor-intensive production with limited automation. Next, let's explore the global distribution. In North America, you'll find hubs along the Great Lakes and the coasts, both Atlantic and Pacific, with cutting-edge infrastructure and tech. In Europe, regions like the Ruhr Valley and the Rhine River mix tradition with digital innovation. Asia is a powerhouse with high-tech centers in Japan and South Korea, massive hubs in China like Beijing and Shanghai, and thriving coastal zones in Southeast Asia. Meanwhile, Africa and Latin America are emerging with centers in resource-rich or urban areas, like Johannesburg or parts of Brazil. Now, zooming into Vietnam, industrial centers here are booming, with production up by 10.6% as of June 2024. Vietnam is shifting towards smarter, sustainable models, leveraging strong government-business investor partnerships and its strategic global supply chain position, despite challenges like uneven infrastructure, a shortage of skilled labor, and environmental concerns. Finally, let's look ahead. The future of industrial centers is all about Industry 5.0, a mix of advanced tech and human creativity. Future trends will push sustainability with green tech and renewable energy, alongside digital transformation and human-centered automation that blends AI, IoT, and human ingenuity. For Vietnam, the path forward involves tech-friendly government incentives, digital upgrades, and stronger bonds between industrial centers, research institutions, and green growth initiatives. In a nutshell, industrial centers are far more than clusters of factories. They're dynamic ecosystems driving growth, innovation, and cultural change. As trends lean toward sustainability and human-centered tech, these hubs will keep evolving, shaping the future of economies worldwide. Thanks for joining this journey through the world of industrial centers. Don't forget to like, subscribe. See you next time.